Dreams once tickled her ear as they tiptoed into her hibernating brain, promising that every path was soft underfoot. Offering her glistening tongue to the sky, raindrops tasted like candy floss. And restless Christmas Eves, these dreams had no cut glass corners. Clumsy and awkward to hold in desperate, clammy palms, she didn't hide the crude stars drawn into her crayon horizon, worrying their audacious twinkle might one day blind her. Dreams merely passed the time, whilst the moon made its worn circuit of the hushed sky and the world slept, content. But like the slow sinking of winter's teeth into skin after summer has slipped beneath the concrete, the passage of time morphed from Play-Doh to powder in her hands. Dreams were a ghostly grasp to be violently shook from. They could not be too big or bloated or worthy. To be seen with them dangling from her tongue was considered unsightly, dangerous, perhaps even fatal. "Who are you?" a science teacher's impatient eyes once said. "To brandish your imagination like a wand or thick bristled paintbrush. Don't you know that magic and pretty pictures can only show things as we would wish them and not as they are?" The sighs of the wind extinguished her stars, one by one like candles on a sickly sweet birthday cake. She could see the obligation behind every smile, how people's teeth sat in neat and silent rows and their eyes smouldered like burning coal. She saw girls stood at the tombstones of their innocence, wielding no flowers, just hardened pouts and anxious hands permanently chained across aching stomachs. Ritually, she watched the news. Skeletal chains of people bowed under the weight of their emptiness. Young, dust-tongued boys with loaded guns for limbs, ripping holes in each other's chests and souls. The inarticulate horror of it swallows her whole. In cardboard classrooms, pupils sit. Their fingers incessantly itch for the love they seek in hot, gaping mouths and lose in lonely, folding wastes the bodies they have been trained to hate. The war cries they crudely carve from a language that eludes their lips. Lost inside the awkward pulse of rib and skin, buried in the parched soil of silence. Where nothing but nightmares can grow. And now, a young woman with closed bud fists must search her eyelids for the solace she once found in sleep. In the sweet lull of her subconscious, she meets a girl who looks a little like her younger self. Scab-kneed and pigeon-toed, an inquiring brow and ravenous eyes, she sits on a patch of withered grass, pudgy hands bruised with dark blue ink. She looks up and says, "I thought it lay everywhere. Happiness. A soft, unassuming blanket draped over everyone, but then I woke up and it was all a dream." A dream, I once was told, is made up of the sweet lies we line along our headboards to make reality less sour in our mouths, and yet I could not leave it be. I chased it along these ramshackle streets. I saw the marks of other restless hands on its gleaming surface. So I grabbed for it once and once again, every time it escaped my grasp, its composite shape crooked and bent, but the indent of my good intent, small but permanent, remains. in spit and sweat and indelible stains, people will see it and know that there are others that grow old but never tired, whose hands still reach upwards though they tremble and shake, that some choose to dream blood into ink. Despite the comfort of closed eyes, they choose to live open-eyed, terrified, very much awake. With that, the young girl drifted away, her head to the skies, foolish and glorious, her dark blue palms upwards, waiting. Waking slowly, the woman finds her own hands flat and open beside her, her fingers splayed like fishing nets, whispering their electric patience into a sea of bated breath.